to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. And they'll be facing Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. It's bombs away. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
These two fighters are made for one another. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Straight right just misses. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Starting to make mistakes and switching on.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick.
Back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
Here we go for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Just misses with that uppercut. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchanged punches. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Carter, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
What's he doing? Come on, he's switching off.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he fails to score with that left hook. Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter. That jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Todd, I would define it as an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, it just really befuddles your opponent, because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
He misses with that straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Okay, now you're switching off. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Start slipping a few bodies.
On to the fourth we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Misses with the straight left. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Do you believe what we are seeing? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. You don't want to trade shots. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alexander Usyk in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell sometimes...
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Tried to score with the uppercut. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
This is the beginning of round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Your mind on the job.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe.
Round 7, here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. To the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. Count to me.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
You switched off completely. The fight's not over yet.
Good work, that's it.
There's the bell to start round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Catch and shoot. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. And he misses with that jab. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's not.
Down goes Fury! And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't give him any free shots. Keep smart.
Listen, he's switched off. What's he doing? Switch on, switch on.
Nice round. Good round. I like that one.
And there's the bell to start round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well done with that counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Perfect counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They blocked the left there. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
I like that round. Good work. You were thinking.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. You got them.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
Okay, now you're getting back into the fight.
This is the 10th. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Jab misses. Couldn't land that jab. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Right hook just missed. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.